Let's look at oral and written translations. Which is better for your people group? There are several differences between oral and literate cultures. Oral cultures generally think in images, while literate cultures think in words as well as pictures. Oral cultures can retain large amounts of orally transmitted information. However, literate cultures have information readily available in written form, so they're less able to retain large amounts of information in memory. Oral cultures place value on oral messages, while literate cultures see written messages as more important. You may be wondering which is better for your people group, oral or written translation. There are a lot of things to consider before you can answer that question. If the language group is literate, translators might first write their translation. Then they may want to also record it for anyone in the group who prefers to listen rather than read. If the language group is mostly not literate, do they have a written script? If they don't have a written script yet, do they want one? If so, you can first develop the script. Then you can write the translation in that new script and also record it, because these people are used to receiving information orally. However, if they don't care about a written script, you can simply do an oral translation. Even if they do have a written script, would they prefer listening to reading? If they would, you may decide to write out the translation and then record it. But if they don't have that oral preference, you can just write the translation. Here's a diagram expressing what we just talked about for non-literate cultures. If they have a written script and they have an oral preference, you would write and then record the translation, or just write it if they have no oral preference. If they have no written script, but they want one, you would develop a script and then write and record the translation. If they don't want a written script, you would just record the translation. It is up to the local body of believers to decide what type of translation to do, and then to plan how to do it. If the local church decides to do an oral translation, they need to know whether the translators are literate in the source language. If they are, the translators will be able to read the source text and resources that are available in the gateway language. However, if translators are illiterate, they can listen to a recording of the text in the gateway language if one is available. Otherwise, they will need a literate person to read the source text aloud to them. So you can see that the answer to which is better, oral or written translation, depends on the answers to several questions about the people group, such as their literacy level, their preferences for written or oral messages, and whether they have a written script. And the way oral translations are done depends on how literate the translators are in the source language. The local church decides the answers to these questions. Thanks for watching.